Yeah, we're back again. Uncle Bulk out in the freaking building. Imitating the imitators. That's right. I'm here. I think. Got my tulip shirt on. It's funny because I haven't seen this T-shirt in a while. Some people know what that means. If not, it says it down there. Screenshot it. Look it up if you feel like it. But it's funny because we were out fishing one day, and there was these I don't know these people next to us, and the one girl, she's a teenager or something, but she kept looking over at me, and I was like, and then I don't know, I went this way, like I seen her, she's looking at my shirt, right, and she was like trying to figure out what it said or something. I don't know, man. Anyway, she was offended by the word tulip. Yeah, she must have been an Armenian. Or she thought it said something else. I don't know. We're going to do a live review. We're going to see if this will burn. We're going to check the flavor, the heat, and all that good stuff. So anyways, welcome back. If you're watching the replay, smash that like button. All right. I'm at work. I am clocked out, but I have my door left open. So if I have to step away for a minute, it'll be something brief. But I'm here in the freaking building. The tulip. I'll explain that to you because I'm waiting for people to jump on the live. T is total depravity. U, unconditional election. L, limited atonement. I, irresistible grace. And P, perseverance of the saints. Hey, how you doing? All right, I'm back. Hopefully it don't get too loud out there. My coworkers were in the other office further down, so it was nice and quiet, mate. So I figured I'd jump on now. Anyways, the tulip, the pick a pepper. What's up? Comment below if you know what the tulip, the acronym, if you know what it means. Anyways, with that being said, Uncle Bulkhouse here, hot sauce review, live lunch break review. Will it burn? I don't know. We're about to find out. Caitlin's World is in the building. What's going on? Let's see what this is about. I don't know if I can read the ingredients. Sometimes I print them off because my vision ain't that great. Other times I can read them. Ooh. Where are the ingredients? That's what they talk about it. I don't see them. They're on here somewhere. Unless they're in that mumbo jumbo down there, and I cannot tell. Unless I'm just really that blind right now. Oh, it's here. No, I can't see them. You can take a screenshot if you want and prove me wrong. Robert, what's good? The pork chop is in the building. That's right. What's up, Tina? You love hot sauce, Caitlin's World? Subscribe to my channel. I review every hot sauce in the world. I think I've done, I don't know, I've got like 1,500 videos up, and at least like 600 of those are hot sauce reviews. So, and I'm listen to me. I'm a chili head, have been my whole life. So people trust me. You know what I mean? If you guys look, I reviewed a sauce a couple days ago, and I threw it right in the garbage. I tell people, don't buy it. My subscribers will not purchase it because they know it's trash. If I say it's trash, if I say it's pretty good, or maybe it's all right, they might buy it because they might like it. But when I say it's awesome and I tell them to buy it, my people buy it. So this is Pick a Pepper Spicy Mango Sauce. Now, the original is one of the, if not the best steak sauces I've ever had. I told the story on one of my lives the other day about the original Pick a Pepper and first time I had it, and it is so good. So this is a spicy mango version of that. I'm sure it's probably got the same ingredients. It's a Jamaican sauce, Mike. Jamaican sauce. Blood clot. Here we go. I like it. So, from what I remember, because I haven't had the original Pick a Pepper in about a year, because I had made a batch of my own steak sauce. Is it hot? Will it burn? That's what we're here for. A little bit. Um, a non-chili head, they could handle it, but they would definitely detect more heat than me. Now, my tolerance is naturally kind of low as far as a chili head goes. But last night, let me tell you guys about last night. I made some spaghetti and I had some dehydrated prima talis. If anybody knows, a prima tali is hotter than Carolina Reaper, anything that's in Guinness Book, hotter pepper. I ground them up into a crushed red pepper, a flake, loaded it up, and was eating it and was burning bad. It was like challenge level burning. But I ate half the plate and I went and laid down and I got my stomach hurt bad all night until 7:30 this morning when I ate breakfast. And I have been not even eating that early. I've been putting my breakfast off a little bit. But I had to eat. My stomach was a mess. So this was waking up in the middle of the night with calf cramps. Just, it was bad. It was bad. But being that I burnt so well last night, like my mouth and stuff, it could be possible that it spiked my tolerance just a little bit. I doubt it. But so we'll take that in. Thank you so much. So with this, I'm detecting a little bit of heat, not much, just a little tingle, right? I would consider this a mild sauce, right? Definitely wouldn't put it in the medium category, the hot, nowhere near there. It's a mild sauce, but I can detect just a little bit of heat. Now, let's talk about the flavor. As far as I can remember, it tastes very much like the original Pick a Pepper, except it's got that mango in it. So it has that mango flavor and some sweetness to it, right? I can imagine that this would be like a pork chop sauce. I don't know why, but that's just what it's almost like. If any of you guys have ever had London Pub, is that what it's called? London Pub has a steak sauce it says steak and chop sauce, right? And that sauce, I don't eat a lot of pork, hardly ever, but I've eaten it on grilled pork chops before. The London Pub steak and chop sauce, and it was excellent on there. And for steak, I like my own steak sauce, Ponderosa. You can't get that anymore, or A1, right? And I don't really eat on steak. I don't really eat steak sauce as much as I eat steak sauce on Philly cheesesteaks and on burgers. When it comes to burgers, it comes to Philly cheesesteaks. That's my number one go-to is to have steak sauce on it. So I can say for steak and beef products, I like those and the Pick a Pepper, of course, the original. If I was to go with that kind of steak and chop sauce, if I was something that I wanted to put on pork, maybe even chicken, this would be good for it. So overall, good sauce. Doesn't have any bad qualities to it. Um, it's a little bit of sweetness, but it's not overbearing. It's not like a dessert sauce or anything like that. So Pick a Pepper Mango, pretty good. I've seen a comment go by that I did not. Oh, do I go through it? Of course I do. I think Lawn Dog asked if I go through the stomach cramps. So here's the thing. I don't purge. I don't throw up. Never have, never been able to. Okay? Trust me. When we were filmed for the Hulu show out in Charlotte, I was the first one that did the Killer Queen 2 chug. And I drank that. Chili Eskimos in the building. And I had the worst cramps ever. Ever. I was screaming. I was praying. My whole stomach hurt. My back hurt. And I was literally guzzling cream in the hotel room trying to make myself puke. And I got so full because, first of all, we just went out to Uptown Charlotte, all this League of Fire. We all had a big dinner. I had a huge, just, I think it's the best burger I've had in years. And these really crispy fries. The dinner was great. And then get back to the hotel and I'm just started chugging that cream. And I was so full that I couldn't fit anything else in me. And I thought that was going to help me get it out, but it didn't. But yeah, it is torture, definitely. But even when with the Killer Queen 2, with that chug, even if you did purge, you're still gonna feel it. My wife did, trust me. I told her, I said, someone sent me one. I think it was, yeah, UK Chili Queen sent me one from England, and I already did it and had such a bad experience. I'm like, told my wife, Mrs. Wilkow, this one's for you. And I told her, I'm like, well, if you purge afterwards, you'll definitely be in a better place than I was, right? That's just common sense. And so she did it, and she doesn't purge on purpose, but she purges easy, unpredictable. What's good? But Mrs. Bocow did it, and she purged, and she actually got that Killer Queen in her nose. It was in her nostrils somehow, some way, and she had a very, very bad night. And she was in the bathroom screaming at me and saying, I'm never listening to you again. And because I told her, I told her she'd be fine. Well, first of all, she's just tougher than me all around, man. When it comes to eating hot stuff, you guys know, you've watched her on video. She's a nut, man. But also, she gives herself calf cramps like without even doing a challenge. Like she will literally like when it's pod season. Trust me, this year I'm growing a lot of medium. Sorry, it's my coworker. So, anyways, so literally, she'll sit there and I'll give her some peppers, and she'll sit there and eat them and eat them and eat them and stuff like that, and she will give herself capsaicin cramps, like voluntary. With some of us, it's like only when I'm doing a challenge, or last night I didn't know I was going to get cap cramps from that Primatali flake on my spaghetti. I actually saved half of it, and I was going to bring it to work with me today, and I decided not to. I'm like, I do not want to be in that condition at work. I was thinking about maybe if I bring some yogurt with it to have afterwards or before, and then I finally just said no. I said I have to get up early tomorrow. I've got to go grocery shopping today. I've got tons of stuff to do in the next 24 to 48 hours. Yes, I'm extremely busy. So with that being said, yeah, it's crazy. All right. Reps for Jesus. Amen. You know what this show's talking about then. So what's the hottest thing I have that we have ate? Holy cow. My wife, she did the Raging Bull Challenge. She did the 4 Horsemen. I mean, she's done stuff that I can't do. Myself, I'll be honest, the hottest thing that I've eaten is peppers, and most of the time just a half of one. Primatali, the Orange Dragon's Breath, Nick Kemp's Hellhammer, like this peppers is probably the worst burns I've ever got. I've done tincture. I did the Heart of Fire League of Fire Challenge from England too. That was pretty hot to toffee with a bunch of Reaper powder in it. That was pretty hot. I've done multiple like one chip challenges stuff. Those they're hot, but they're not nowhere near up there. But yeah, man, there he is. The Idiot File's in the building. Let's see what. Hold on, I just missed a comment. Yeah, you know what? I got cramps. Reps for Jesus. I got cramps off of one of Ed's sauces too. It's the first crap cramps I ever had. I was just talking about it the other day. Herb and Pantry from Boulder, Colorado. Burns and McCoy's from Fort Collins. Okay, I know about Burns and McCoy's. All right, so check this out. The first time I ever got cramps, I just talked about this. So anybody, just stick with me. Anybody that heard it, look, as soon as I said it, I got 4 people dropped off. Guys, go ahead and smash that like button. So the first time I got cramps, I ate a half a bottle of Chocolate Plague, okay, from Walker Bar. Now, let's rewind. Chocolate Plague, excellent sauce, right? Me and my wife never got cramps when we first got married because we were just eating ghost peppers, like dried ghost peppers crushed up in a curry or in a sauce. We'd make something. Um, we didn't never really have super hots. We did have some reapers once, and we put them in sushi for the whole like family. Only me and Chastity's uncle and her ate that sushi, those rolls. Like the rest of the people, they couldn't even handle the Thai chilies. I mean, they ate some of the Thai chilies, but they were burning good, but they weren't going to touch them reapers. So we never really experienced it, right? We never had cramps. All right, Mrs. Bullcock is calling me now. Hopefully she knows to just go to YouTube and you'll see me. If not, I'll call her back in a minute. So anyways, we drove down to Puckerbutt Pepper Company one Saturday morning. It was in the summer. It was beautiful out. Wasn't too hot out or anything, but we drove down there and we got there. We went in, we were talking to Bella. She's letting us try all these sauces and we're taking spoons. I'm like, pour more on there, pour more on there. And we're just, I want a good taste of it. I can tell how hot it is. And so I can get a little burn going, and see what the flavor is. Because they got the little spoons, It's like, load it up, load it up. She's loading the spoons up for me and my wife. Chocolate Plague, Reaper Squeezins, Apollo, Extra Hot Gator, all that stuff. And we're just bomb, just smashing all these spoons of sauce. And my wife said, go to the car and get me a water. She's got both kids. She's got Eliza and she's got the baby in the stroller. And I go down the car, and in between Puckerbutt and where I was, there's a bar, and they had this speaker outside blasting music and stuff. And I'm in the car, and I got the water, and all of a sudden I see her just fly out of Puckerbutt, and she's got both kids, and she's screaming, "Rah!" And I was like, what? I'm like, I can't hear you. What? And I'm like, what the hell do you want? I'm like annoyed because I can't hear her. And she's like, give me the freaking crackers out of the car. And so she wanted the crackers. We had some crackers, and a box of crackers in the car. And I'm like, okay. And so I grabbed the crackers out and we walk up, and she sits down on this bench outside of that bar, and she just threw up all over the sidewalk. And all she had was some freeze-dried raspberries that we got at a little farmer's market right before that. So it was just red, like it was just puke. And that's all. And so she threw up, and then she went over to Hardee's to use the bathroom, and I took the kids back into Puckerbutt to pay for because I picked a whole bunch of sauces out. I'm like, hey, I'm going to be back in here. So I go in, and I looked at Bella and I said, Bella, she just threw up outside. And Bella's like, did she eat breakfast this morning? I said, no. She said, but you did, didn't you? And I said, yeah. She said, that's why. She said, she got cap cramps. You can't eat that much sauce, which you guys were eating on an empty stomach. She's like, it's not bothering you because you had, you must have a heavy breakfast or something. But yeah, watching that happen to my wife, and she was about to try something. I think they were going to give her like a whole square of the experience or something really hot. She was about to do that until she threw up. So that was her first time. And then me, it was shortly right after. I think it was the same week or later. I don't know, but I just know there was two times in a week that I got cramps. One of them I was cutting up all of these like Moruga scorpions and dragon's breath and reapers, and I was making a salsa. I wanted a super spicy salsa, so I was chopping up all these peppers, and I kept tasting the salsa with a spoon. And a few times I put a chip in there and taste it, right? And next thing you know, I started shivering. I'm getting cold. And I was like, what's wrong with me? And I went and I laid down in the living room, and I felt the cramps going. Now, I don't remember. I'm pretty sure that was the second time. But anyways, the first time I ever got real cramps was from the chocolate plague. I was at work, burrito, just beef, cheese. There was nothing else, not enough carbs. And I ate a half bottle, and it wasn't burning me that bad because I had sour cream. So if I didn't have the sour cream with it, that sauce probably would have lit me up. Maybe I would have paused a little bit, but it was so freaking good. I absolutely love that sauce. And so I was at work, and I got them real bad, and I was like, oh, I'm screaming and holding my stomach. And I didn't have anything there that would help me, right? I didn't have anything to take the cramps away. I had no more food. There was no carbs. I had nothing. But after like 2, 3 hours, I did go, made a cup of coffee, and I believe there was some like flavored creamer or something, in the fridge. I put that in there. And I came back and I sat down at my desk and I let out one last yelp, and it was the grandma. It was the grand slam of all cramps. This is a big wave came on me, and I was like, "Ah!" And all of a sudden, I drank that coffee, and they were gone. They were gone. I didn't have them at all anymore after that. But I will never forget that experience. Yeah. So here's the thing. We'll say this real quick. Michael was talking. He was in the chat, and Alexandria was doing a challenge the other day, Never Better Club live, and we were talking about the capsaicin cramps, and someone in the chat asked if you can build up a tolerance to them. Now, a year and a half, 2 years ago, I would have told you, no, you cannot. Some people can build a mouth tolerance, but your gut, no. And Johnny Scoville and a whole bunch of other people said, yeah, you can build a tolerance in your stomach. And I'm like, and I just didn't believe it until I started doing a lot of challenges, right? There's been weeks like Thanksgiving, last Labor Day, and maybe last Memorial Day, and maybe at Christmas, like where I've had time off, and and I've done challenges every day, right? So I noticed that one time I did 3 tubes of the 6 hot cheese balls, right? So that's 18 cheese balls. And I prepped decent. I had some mashed potatoes and meatloaf or something beforehand. So I did 3 tubes of that. No cramps at all, okay? But I went like a month without doing a challenge. And I ended up prepping real well. Like my stomach was prepped just fine. And I only did 1 tube. That's only 6 balls. And I got cramps from it, right? So at that point, that was about a year ago, I became a believer. And I believed, that you can build a certain amount of tolerance. You're never going to completely be immune to it. It's going to hit you. But some people also handle it better than other people, okay? There's people that they can ride it out. They don't throw up. They don't prep well. They just deal with it, okay? There's other people that as soon as they do a challenge, they purge, they get rid of it. And that helps them to a certain extent. And you got people that do different tactics and different things. Me, I found that eating a meal, if you're going to do your challenges at night, okay, you want to eat something that's heavy, starchy, but you also want some protein to get you through the night, because that's why people wake up in the middle of the night with cramps. That people that do straight like mashed potatoes or just straight oatmeal or something like that, that stuff burns off quick. So initially, you do a challenge after a big plate of mashed potatoes, you're going to feel fine, right? You go to sleep, guess what happens? All that food digests and that capsaicin's still in your stomach lining, and all of a sudden you wake up screaming, no! So I found that like when I've done some of the harder challenges, I've done like gone the Five Guys, right? They always give you extra French fries, and they're good. It's good food. But go to Five Guys and you get that double cheeseburger, that big amount of fries, especially if you have some malt vinegar with it, because it's acid, and your stomach is acid also. But the capsaicin is alkaline. It's alkaloid, right? So, I found that Five Guys burgers is the best prep food that I've ever had. I've prepped with oatmeal before, mashed potatoes way too many times. I can't even eat a mashed potato right now. I mean, maybe Thanksgiving I'll be all right. So let me go back and read some of these comments here. Yes, Michael, you're correct about that. Yeah, about the esophagus thing. Limitless Jad, what's up? I've heard about that. People, you do not want to key lime cheesecake. Woo, who said that? Michael. Yeah. Do you remember that? I think you might have watched that video live. Mrs. Bokow, she did the 4 horsemen. She did 2 skulls. I think they're 18 reapers each. Like that's 36 reapers she ate. So the key lime cheesecake. Yeah, I made that for her, and she ate it, and I don't remember her condition afterwards. I just know Yeah, she's not gonna go back to that stuff. I actually bought her the Pure Insanity ×2, but I sent it to Johnny. I was like, after we had it in the fridge for like 6 months, and I was like, she's not gonna do it. She told me go ahead and get rid of it, and I don't know if he'll do it. I don't know. I don't know. He's got it somewhere. I've never asked him about it. I just know. I just said that maybe if he's feeling froggy, he'll leap because I was like, that's a hard one, man. So yeah, my wife hasn't been. Both of us, we both gained a lot of weight and stuff. But me, it's about my health right now. I would still be doing challenges. I still got some at home. I just can't do them. I can't do like the chocolate ones, and I do got 6 cheese balls I plan on doing some at some point. But after last night, I was like, no, it's gonna be a while. You know what we used to do. So check this out. It's kind of cool how it works out. What we would do is if we ever had a big, heavy, and starchy meal and we didn't have anything really, really hot with it, right? And we're just feeling full afterwards, we would decide, like, hey, let's just do a challenge right now since we're already prepped for it. I think that's a good way to go about it. Um, it's spontaneous like that because when you eat a lot of capsaicin, if you overeat, right, you're just full and like, oh, you need to put a lot of capsaicin in you. It helps you digest, helps break that food up. So I think that's a good thing to do. As far as me, I I can't do what I was doing before. I was prepping with heavy potatoes. Um, this is when reviewing super hots and when doing challenges, and then it was just like just eating in the excess so that I didn't get the cramps. I'm a sissy. I don't like the cap cramps. I can't stand them. It's the worst thing in the world, man. It is. I've never dealt with anything with the stomach really good, right? So, I had a stomach bug like 3 years ago, and I thought that was cramps. I did. I was like, what did I eat for dinner? And I come to find out, my wife said, I don't remember. I don't know. And I'm like, did I cook dinner? I'm like, I don't know. She's like, no. And I'm like, did you make anything? No. What did I eat? And come to find out, after much investigation, I, it's like midnight, and I'm looking back and I did not eat dinner at all. I don't even think I ate lunch. So what made me not hungry all day? I got a stomach virus, and so that's when I realized. Because at first I thought maybe I ate something, maybe I was doing like the salsa or something, just tasting something. But I thought I had cat cramps at first. But yeah, I just laid completely still for 24 hours. It was miserable. It was bad. So, but anyways, all right, guys, I'm gonna jump off of here and I'm gonna give Mrs. Bullcow a call back. I want you guys to know I appreciate you so much. Love you. Thanks for jumping on. Would I recommend this for certain things? It's just like a pork chop sauce. I don't know. It tastes like pick a pepper. It's got a little sweetness and like a color that almost reminds me of London Pub. So, yeah, I'd say if you see it in the store, here's my suggestion because I never want to lead you guys astray. Get the original, okay? Get the original. I want you to try that on a steak sandwich, a burger, whatever. Okay, please try that. And if you like it, then I would say grab a bottle of this next time. That's what I'd say. But it's a really good sauce, excellent company, man. I mean, I tried the original way back in 1990. I don't know, 4. I think it was 1993, 94, 95 at the latest. That wasn't 94. I'd say 94 was the first time I ever tried pick a pepper. So me and this company, we go freaking way back, Mo. What do you know, huh?